What's up, everybody? I'm the Mim-Sky, and we got another round of Hasbro leaks. Today we got two of the three dual packs that we got. We got two very cool, the two packs that were of Chain and Viper Tail. Unfortunately, we did not get the Marvel ones, sadly. I wish we did, but we only got these two. Still very big hype. I'm joined with Metal and Pop today to look over these.
So we're doing this once again. We got these pictures here, and just like last time, pretty excited to jump into these and give our thoughts on everything.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, people?
So, if you guys are new around here, make sure you subscribe because we're firing these things off like crazy of these new images. So, starting off with the Chain and... I'm just gonna... Chain Scythe? Chain Heat? Whatever you call it.
Scythe Incendio.
Incendio, yeah. Chain Incendio and Arrow Wizard.
Wait, there's a chain. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I DM'd you the image, Pop.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, pretty solid. You know, like last time, we were talking about the ratchets, if they're being colored or not. You know, being a rare thing if they're colored or not. And you know, if it continues on like being like that, that'd be honestly pretty cool.
Yeah, we're seeing that Wizard Arrow variation like we saw on the starter boxes.
Yep.
And pretty interesting to see here. So, it's not going to be like something that is held behind the door for Hasbro. Scythe is looking pretty good. It looked like they're going with that clear plastic on the ratchet.
Yeah.
So maybe that's a thing that we'll see for the two packs, and that's consistent with it. Everything else looks very accurate to the originals. I'm honestly kind of surprised, but definitely in a good way.
No, yeah, definitely in a good way.
Really accurate.
You know, I'm surprised of how accurate. I really love how Chain looks. I just want to get my grubby little hands on it.
Same here, except without the grubby hands.
Yeah.
Me too.
I gotta say, maybe these are early renditions of what we're seeing, but the different color tone between the wizard and that we see in box and on the top, not the greatest thing. You know, maybe they're just reusing assets and being lazy in other aspects and didn't want to do a render with that color.
Yeah, it's Hasbro, so I mean, honestly, we're getting the product.
Yeah.
I could care less if they skip it. I mean, this isn't... I doubt this is like the final thing. They're probably going to doctor up a version of Wizard Arrow that's accurate for that.
Yeah. I mean, we're, 5 months out? You know, they said the release date was July 1st. At least from what we've seen. It could vary, but, it's 5 months out. You know, it's not the end of the world seeing, the coloration render on the top being a different color. It's not the end of the world. It's whatever, kind of. But,
Yeah.
It's honestly...
it's probably just a rough draft.
Just like we said with the starters, they've got time to change it, so we'll definitely see, more Beyblades being featured on like the starter boxes where they're bursting them, and then here we'll see proper colors for them and everything. So, I'm not too afraid. It seems like Hasbro's actually kind of stepping it up with their game this time around, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with that.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, of course, like we said, if you haven't seen the video where we covered the starters, make sure you go ahead, subscribe, watch this video, watch that one. But where we kind of talked about where they're kind of reusing that old Evolution design box, I think it works really well for them. Gives the great marketing strategy when you're looking at what bays you get compared to the old way where, I also think, because I think y'all have seen it, where you go to Walmart or Target and like, one or two boxes of the base had just been ripped open and the employees kind of like tried taping it closed. So,
yeah, I've seen that.
And it's sad to see, but this might be a way for them to go ahead and go back to the ways of doing this so it doesn't protect their products from being stolen, So.
Indeed.
At least maybe a deterrent, so you can see if the physical product's been stolen or not. Because knowing me, at least if you guys know me, I go ahead when I go to the store and check the base. I check every single tab so I don't accidentally go home with an empty box. Be like, damn it, I just spent $20 on a Pro Series Bay for nothing but the cardboard. You know?
Yep. Looks like we'll be eliminating that factor with this box or this packaging style that they've chosen, which honestly pretty happy with that.
Yeah. And also gives us a chance,
That's
you know,
cool.
if they do these like rare variations in like the colors for the ratchets, you know, that lets us see if, you know, if we get a rare version or not, assuming that's what it is. You know.
Yeah, I mean Hot Wheels does the same thing with theirs when they have like those special treasure hunt cars. You can usually tell it's got like the special wheels on it and whatnot. So maybe it'll be something similar to that with Beyblade, which would be pretty interesting and good note taking on Hasbro's part.
Yep. And then, Pop, you got anything else to add?
I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate to the Takara Tomy products.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Hasbro dub, to be honest. I'm excited for it.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I do like how the packaging looks. It's pretty aesthetically pleasing to see the bays just popping out.
Yeah. Alright, and then we got our next one, which is Sword Drawn and Tail Viper. Which honestly is pretty cool. It's weird that they're marking Sword Drawn as a defense type, but I guess it makes sense with them using Needle.
Yeah, it's more so about like the bit that determines the type more than anything. It seems like with Beyblade X.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you see that with the performance, you know, where if you put a defense tip on an attack type, it's still going to act more or less like a defense type, maybe like a stationary attack, but...
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen the defense types in Takara Tomy line and in the Beyblade X media, the manga and the anime. They are more geared towards sort of attacking, but from a stationary position, so it's more like a good offense is the best defense, in a sense.
That's true.
Yeah. But, you know, it's whatever. You know, Hasbro has done some wacky typings in the past. I'm pretty sure they called Greatest Raphael a stamina type or a defense type when it was one of the others. Which didn't make sense, but, you know, it's what you expect from them. I'm glad that we're getting the normal Tail Viper, and that we don't have to go searching and manging on through all like the Tail Viper packs to try to get this one color.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not gotcha. It's not just like you might get the prize bay or you might not.
Yeah,
I really do like that.
That's one thing with America. You know, we don't, in general, particularly do the whole gotcha system like branded boosters for Takara Tomy in Japan. We like to just kind of have it there. So it's nice to see that we get the proper parts in the proper colors. And you don't have to play a guessing game or spend $100 to, you know, buy a full set and everything.
Yep. Though I do say I hope we get the recolors of Tail Viper, you know, of the other two. I'm hoping that we do eventually in the future.
Probably in like double packs.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Leave the recolors to the double packs.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep, for sure.
I mean, noticing the history from Hasbro in Burst, seeing those recolors, and now seeing how we're getting these recolors within X, honestly, pretty solid. I mean, I really like the black drawn sword. With the blue flame. Oh, that's a really cool recolor. Definitely makes it worth getting this 2-pack.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite recolors of Sword Drawn.
And doesn't it come in a doesn't that drawn sword come in like a stadium set or?
No, that's the Random Booster Volume 1 version.
Yeah, that's
okay. I'm thinking of a different one.
I believe.
It's the one with the red bit ship in the middle. That's the stadium one from.
Yep, you're right. That's the one I'm thinking of. My bad.
The one that goes with Phoenix Feather.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it doesn't go with it, but you know, it's the.
I know what you're talking about. The recommended parts. Yeah.
Looking very cool for these 2 packs, though. I'm certainly excited for later this year when we get those in the US.
I'm definitely curious what the app is going to be like. If it's going to be a near replica of what we see in Japan right now. Because you can see up there, there's the Beyblade Burst app, and it has drawn sword or sword drawn, whatever you want to call it, up there in the corner.
Yeah. I think one thing that'll be interesting is what they do, because we've gotten some information from Zenki on what the stadiums are possibly going to be like, and there was an image that was floating around on Reddit that looked kind of intriguing, but it seems like we're not going to get that protective covering. But generally, probably the same general design for the stadium, but like the center bridge that breaks off that allows for movement on the extreme line and everything. Who's to say if the extreme line is detachable or molded into the stadium, or what the stadium, how big it is, what it generally looks like, is it comparable to the Takaratomi version? But if we do get like a international crossplay feature with the Beyblade X app between Hasbro and Takaratomi, which I'm really hoping they do, because that would stick well with them.
Yeah,
if they do that, I wonder if I wonder what it has to go through with like AR battling. If there's like something where you can have your camera point at the stadium and it like makes a simulated battle and then shows that in the app or whatever. So definitely excited to see what happens with it, but I hope we don't get another burst app.
Yeah, I mean, the burst app can be fun sometimes, but it definitely does have its limits.
It's really fun when Cyber and I are making goofy, broken combos and giving them stupid names.
Oh god, don't even get started here. Don't even. So, overall, these 2 packs, which 2 do you guys like the most of? Personally, it's really, I don't know which one I think is better. Both are really cool and definitely, I don't know. I really want to get my grubby hands on Chain Inciento. Chain Heat, that's what we're calling it. Chain Heat, I don't care. But I don't really care. Incendio.
Yeah, Incendio.
But I really don't care too much for Wizard Arrow. I'm not that big on Wizard Arrow Gang, Wizard Shadow Money Gang. I know, I'm not that big on it. But honestly,
I think my favorite is the Tail Viper and Sword Drawn. I just like the black drawn sword and the prize bait just giving to you. It's really good.
Yep. I mean, no prize base with Hasbro. They've never been about that.
Honestly, I think at this one pack, I think you definitely got to go for. You get the amazing coloration with Viper or Tail Viper. God, it's gonna be horrible to get used to that. And the recolor, it looks so good on.
Getting used
Sword
to
Drawn.
the names is gonna be pretty rough. But
I think at least they're keeping them like relatively similar to the originals, though.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much interchangeable, I think. So that'll be all right for the most part. But then you got things like Incendio and Helm. So we're definitely not out of the woods in terms of seeing the clashing names with the localizations. But at least we're getting like a lot of very similar ones where they're not changing a whole lot, just the order of the words, which I can live with that.
Make sure you subscribe. We got our starters that we did our thoughts on. Very exciting information. Hopefully we get ourselves some more information on the Marvel 2-pack. But yeah, I've been the Mim-Sky, joined by Metal Tops Inc. and Pop. Make sure you subscribe to all of us, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.